You see, I love it when an artist shows growth and vulnerability on an album. We've seen it so many times from great artists. We saw it in Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia. We saw it in Eminem's Revival. We saw it in Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Mora and the Big Steppers. And now we are seeing it on Dave's The Boy Who Played the Harp. You guys, welcome to another album review. You are welcome back to Zode Talks. Over here, we talk about anything and everything, okay? It just depends on the vibe, the mood, and whatever is going on in the world. So, guys, if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, okay? You know the drill. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe. If you don't like the video, like, share, subscribe. That's the rule. So, guys, let's get into it. To be honest, this album is quite amazing. Now, it's so crazy how there's a lot of storytelling done on this album. And Dave is known as a storyteller, like he's able to tell stories through raps. He has been doing that almost his whole career and he's still doing it. So it's like, it's safe to say this is his specialty because I don't understand how someone can have so many stories to tell and it's a banger and it's nice every damn time. So safe to say this album is about, a guy finding his place in the world, finding his place in the rap game and still being able to make sure that his spirituality is intact and the fact that there are vices in the game and the way he's trying so hard for the vices to not get to him, thereby protecting his peace, his mentality, his spirituality, or rather what's left of his spirituality. So basically that's what this album is all about. And at first, when he titled the album The Boy Who Played the Harp, I was a bit like, I was trying to figure out how he got that inspiration, rather that name. But then I realized, I was like, okay, yeah. And then it just hit me. I'm like, okay, his name is David. And please, who was the guy that played the harp in the Bible? David. So I was like, okay, do your thing, sir. Like, do your thing. When I saw the track list of this album, I was like, okay, I knew what we were getting ourselves into. I saw features from James Blake, and James Blake, everything James Blake touches turns gold. Like, that's so beautiful. And of course, Thames and Kano. Yeah, in case you don't know, Kano is Sully in Top Boy. Yeah, Sully, that character. He also raps. Okay, so when I saw that, I was like, okay, Dave really knows what he's doing on this album. And for me, these features were so strategic because if you notice, these artists, they rap in such a way or they sing in such a way that that the harmony and vibe you just can't resist but stay or stand or whatever you're doing and listen to whatever they're saying or talking about. This album is really good, but let me tell you guys about the fourth track that stands out to me. The fourth track that stands out to me. The first track that stands out to me was History. The first track, actually. Yeah, that's the first track. This one, it features James Blake. Now, as I said, anything that guy touches turns gold. And, the thing with this track is that it gives this sort of harmony that, like, is sort of trying to imitate the harmony or the vibe that a harp gives, okay? And then it was just so amazing realizing this, okay? Knowing, or rather, taking note of this, giving that kind of vibe on the first track called The Boy Who Played the Harp. Like, the concept was so brilliant, everything was so nice. Dave, of course, killed it as usual on his tracks, on his verses or whatever. Then, of course, James Blake came with the harmony, and you see, I feel James Blake needs to be given a sort of award in hip hop because the way rappers like to milk this guy, because of course this guy is good. If you have James Blake on your song, like no matter who it is, even if that person is not really into rap, it does it in such a way that your song turns into something beautiful. Yeah, that's James Blake for you. So yeah, History was the first song that really stood out to me, and of course that was the first song on the album. The second track I really loved was 175 Months. Now you see, this album is about him dealing with himself, okay? It's about him trying to find his place, his purpose. Also acknowledging the fact that he's not as spiritual as he once was. Also acknowledging the fact that with the way the world is, he doesn't really have that much faith in God. He doesn't go to church as much. He doesn't pray as much. And when he prays, is to basically ask God for something. This divine touch or feeling with God is no longer there anymore. He says it from a place of regret and shame. And he acknowledged this when he said something on the track. He said other people are fighting their demons. Him is fighting his angels. Like, yo, that's when I heard that, I was like, okay, like what's really going on here? Because it takes a lot of vulnerability and it takes a lot of emotions to be able to make a track like that. You guys should go listen to that track, 175 months. And it's then basically reminiscing about the people that have died, the people in the school that have died and have been locked up. And shit like that. And now it's like, it doesn't know how it feels anymore. That when he even manages to go to church, instead of listening to the service, he's checking the phone for service. Like, that's the way he flipped that was so brilliant anyway. And that's the way he said it. And this album was really, really cool. Rather, that track, 175 months, super. Like, nothing short of super. And above all, I love how he ended the track and was like, how will I be selling you're the devil while giving God the glory? Like, I don't know, there was something about the way he said it, and it was just so beautiful. And for someone to pour his all on a track, nah, it's beautiful. That track was beautiful. The third track that stood out to me was Weapons. Okay, now the feature on this track was nice. Like, the guy was smooth, and yeah, it made me move my body a bit, that kind of thing. And this track, it sort of reflects about his spirituality still from the second track, and right now he's trying to see what's left of it and how he can salvage it and make it into something good. And that's just basically what this track is all about. Well, from my own understanding anyway, this is music and it's open to different sorts of interpretation. And that's the beautiful thing about music and art. Okay, so basically all what I'm saying is my own interpretation from what I listen to. And on this track, the hill is ready to die on is the fact that he has paid all his dues, he has done all the work, so no weapon against him shall prosper. Like, nah, I love how he went full on this track, and yeah, like, I love when people are like, yo, let me talk my shit, and that's what he did on this track. So guys, yeah, it's the third track that's really stood out to me. The fourth track that I loved and my favorite track on the album, Chapter 16. Hey God, this is the track where it features Kano, or Sully as you may know him from Top Boy. You see, Sully or Kano, he's such a good artist that, like, he's so good at everything. He's so good at rapping and in acting. Let me tell you all how good this guy is. He's so good that whenever you see him on your screen, you forget he's a rapper. And he's so good that whenever you hear him on a song, you forget he's an actor. Like, this guy is good, good, good. So basically, Chapter 16 on this album is a conversation over dinner from guys of two different generations, okay? Definitely, you know that Kano is older than Dave, like a fair bit anyway. So Dave started off this track asking Kano how is he, how are things in his time when he was rapping, why he doesn't see him on tracks anymore, or why isn't he really out there anymore? Questions about life since he's just starting in the game. Dave has been in the game 10 years, but compared to Sully or compared to Kano, definitely, experience is more than experience. So this kind of thing whereby he's looking forward to, someone that has been in the game for like longer than he has, okay, from the same community, the same vibe and the same everything. So yeah, the first track started with Dave seeking answers, asking him how things were in his time and how he survived and all. And of course, the track 2, Kano responded, and he's just here chilling, and he acknowledged the fact that he was once married to the game, but now he admires it from a distance because of the vices and because of the complications that come with the game. Okay, now he's like, other people chase trophies, but he's not really interested in the trophies. He just wants to put what he has out there and then go back to wherever he was doing that. Because of the vices and because of the way the industry is, once you are so locked in the game, like, you can't do any other thing anymore. Like, you can't have a family, you can't live a decent lifestyle. Everything about you is different and it's sort of tasteless. It sort of makes your life tasteless. So he's lecturing Dave from the perspective of a big brother, telling his little brother, yo, I'm free, I can do whatever I want to do. This game has nothing on me. I come, I say what I want, do what I want. I'm not censored by anyone. I'm living my life basically, as opposed to, these people that look bigger, but in the essence, they don't really have the freedom to do whatever they want to do or say whatever they want to say. And Kano is coming from the perspective of, okay, do you know what? I didn't chase the trophies. I embraced having a good relationship with myself, and that's why these things don't really matter to me, okay? And yo, the way he said it, the way he rapped about it was so beautiful. And Kano came with the bars. Kano came with the bars. I love when he talked about the five senses and all. I forgot the way he said it, but it was also but it was so beautiful. And of course, he also mentioned the fact that in his time, the competition, like, he called Dave the Messiah of today, the rap Messiah. But it was like, in his time, would he have made it? Like, because Kano's time was crazy. Like, that was the time of Eminem, 50 Cent, Nelly, this heavy hitter. So it was like, yo, his time was way, 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 way way different. And he doesn't know if Dave would have made it. So basically, it's just basically lecturing him. And then, of course, they are comparing the two different generations and how things have changed, either for the better or for the worse. But everyone rapped about things from their own perspective. And the last track on this album, they just rapped and they just had conversations about how life has been thus far and about how cracking jokes about how the fact that they've gone to Nigeria severally, Kano saying that he has not had egusi soup or something. Like, it was so nice. This it was a conversation over dinner. This track was a conversation over dinner about two guys from different generations lecturing each other and making the other see life from their own perspective. That's just it. Yeah, this track is my favorite track on the album. Like, fire, 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 fire. So, guys, this is the four tracks that really stood out to me on the album, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? There are other solid ones like my 27th birthday, Rain Dance, where it featured Thames, and of course the final track, The Boy Who Played the Harp. Yo, that final track, The Boy Who Played the Harp, that was good, 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 good. Like, that was good, good, good. But I don't know, maybe with time, if I should go on to listen to the album again, the order in which I view the tracks from my favorite to the least differs. Yeah, there's every possibility of that. But for now, those are my four. Those are my top four tracks. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys something I noticed about the album, and guys, you guys should not come for me. Like, this is just my opinion. Okay. You see, this album is a very, very beautiful album, a very, very beautiful introspective album. But however, something I notice is that this album, in terms of replay value, it doesn't truly do it for me as much. Don't get me wrong, I've listened to this album like 3 times now. 3 times now, okay? Just because I wanted to do this review and, to really know what I'm saying, okay? That's why, but definitely, I'm going to save some songs of this album. But when it comes to the whole album experience, listening to an album from the beginning to the end, it's not really up there, to be honest. It's not really, yeah, I'm not really gonna do that again. I may, don't get me wrong, but like the ginger or the vibe or the fire to do that, it's not really there anyway. It's not really there anyway, and I know what some of you may want to say is because there are no club bangers. That's why, I don't give two shit about club bangers. As deep as Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was, I've listened to that. I've lost how many times I've played that album from start to finish, okay? So it's not even about that. But however, that's just what I'm trying to say. When it comes to replay value, I don't know, this album doesn't really do it for me that well, okay? That's just it, okay? Definitely, I will listen to some songs over and over again, but when it comes to the album experience from start to finish, not really. Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest The Dave fan. To be honest, I'm not. Like, I'm not the biggest Dave fan. And maybe that's why I'm talking this way, okay? That being said, I'm going to rate this album a 7.8 over 10. 7.8. Do you know what? Let me just say 8 over 10. Yeah, let me just say 8 over 10, to be honest. Let me just say 8 over 10. But I can see someone rating this album a 9.5 over 10 or a 9 over 10. Especially if it's a die-hard Dave fan. I can see it, okay? And I can understand it and I can respect it, okay? But me, I'm not the strongest of the Dave fans. Yeah, so yeah, that's just it for me. 7.8 to 8 over 10. That's it. And that's really good. The album is really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really good, okay? And don't let this discourage you from playing the album or listening to the album. Go listen to the album. It's really, really beautiful, okay? Guys, we've come this far. If you've come this far, thank you so much, okay? I really appreciate you guys over on this channel. If you're new here, or rather, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, like, share, subscribe. And that's all she wrote. My name is Ode, and I'm out.